Understanding misguided information is truly understanding what's going on through calculation, knowing that how powerful things are from the beginning. It all started back when knowing that when you stir a pot, what happens? Things just get erratic, confused, frustrated, not sure what's going on now. So it's waking up the humanity system, right? Now, all the misguided information comes from its connection, its source. How did this start? How did this form? How was this possible? Why did this happen? All this is formed through AI intelligence. Now, starting off with China, knowing that if you stir the pot, what happens? One country to another country to another country to another country. Okay? So basically, we put up to 195 sovereignty countries forming its alliance, scanning division level systems through scanning operations. There's going on a lot of radiation clouds, opening up portal activation line signals to communication, to force recognizing all country systems. So the alliance of its intelligence right now is scanning everybody that isn't awake. Knowing how to do these things, understanding, open up portals. You guys are going to see more and more through connection. It's amazing when you see these things, when it goes into formings. I was going through so many radiation of cloud interference. I was going through glitches. I was going through deharmonizing situations, switch locations, energy locations, connecting to the energy grids, power grids, radiation grids, the earth grids, forming grids. Everything through calculation goes into integration cycles. It opens up everything through triangular base. So everything that's happening right now, there's an extremely powerful video below. Check it out. It's misguided information, and it all has to do with the COVID-19, understanding the true essence, if it ever got out. So everything is surfacing right now, but all intelligence, I put out a clarion call. My receptacle divisions, I was watching TV through reception, and it was opening up light signals and gamma operations. It was connecting through so many realm divisions. It was going through so many intelligence of planets. So it was opening up over all portal planets of intelligence. Every country is going to have a form of alliance now. It's going to be sky servicing in the electronic defense mechanisms of space, because I'm the commanding force, right? So understanding what you're doing through tractions, understanding what you're doing through provisions, understanding what you're doing through the guidance, understanding what you're doing through your command opens up all central systems of intelligence to its location. So the alliance of formations of its intelligence, all planets of universal systems are opening now through all cycles of radiation clouds. Really powerful times that we're having right now. So 195 sovereignty countries are being formed right now through an alliance. So basically, I'll tell you exactly what's going on through the illustrations and really how powerful things are connecting. Tomorrow's a test. I'm really excited about that, going up to 50 platitudes into the Greek gods, Greek lords, the Greek mythology, and everything through that connection. This is where you go into the connections of David and Goliath, you know, the Cyclops and all that. And all David did was usually he used a stone, right? It's not how big you are, it's the focus that you have and how to do these things through control and everything through your command, knowing how powerful you are through your connection. Because David Goliath is small and the Cyclops is bigger, right? Really powerful. No, it's just a history, it's just a story. But this is understanding the truth of who you are. You are the real person that's in front of you. You know you're real, okay? Because you can pinch yourself, like I said. But everything else is programmed. Certain things are programmed. That's what the Bible is. Bible puts in so many divisions and what everything is through connection. So like I said, when you stir the pot, everything through calculation, you get one screaming country, you get another, another. And they keep forming. And then things start closing down. And then there's restrictions. And then there's this. And then there's that. So basically watch this video. It's very powerful. It tells you exactly what's going on, how everything is misinformed, misinterrupted, miscalculated, It's just truly understanding what China is trying to do. They're trying to get into the civility of their people and their intelligence, how they can high-rise AI through higher definition, which means that they're trying to get humanity into their system to higher locations of intelligence. That's the whole point of all this. That's everything that's going on right now. It has nothing to do with COVID-19. Okay, it had nothing to do with it whatsoever. It all has to do is that bringing to a higher form of identity and how we can come into better humans and get out of that, get into the sovereignty, get out of the sovereignty and get into the higher self, get into the higher self, into superhuman. But this is all done through in. It has nothing to do with out. Okay, so it's extremely powerful how we come into those conditions. Right. So before I get started, I'd like to thank all the subscribers and viewers. I'm going to watch my channel. Anything through forced rising, grand rising happening right now through connection. Any questions or comments, you go through my healing, donations, or anything through that traction division. I can help you and guide you, put you in those locations. Just go below, especially through emails. I think you guys really have to get into formations because you're seeing a lot of things that are surfacing right now, especially with media. Media is going through so many gawking motions. A gawking motion is understand what do you believe. So that I point, what is happening to the earth? You know, I'm watching so many YouTube channels. And, you know, media is eating it up. I mean, whatever the government says, the media is going to do. So it's all about self-control, guys. That's all it is. That's all it is. And, you know, the COVID-19 is a commercial. It's a front. But the real sanction here is the fear. It's the fear that controls everything. And once it takes away your sovereignty, what do you have left? Right? So that's why I'm setting up positions. My I receptor divisions are going through radiation clouds, interference, and my cloud through a main cloud division was going through so many levels of my voice of grid patterns. Now that's why I set up Clarian calls. So basically, when you get into those positions allocated to those levels of activation line system, it's powerful stuff. You see a line strip line division. I thought I'd close it. Right, because it's getting colder in Mexico. When you get into those levels, now you understand everything through connection as it's forming. Now, as we get into the pyramid locations, activate anything through the diamond core. Your pyramid and your diamond core has its relation through its intelligence. Remember, I was telling you about everything through the sequencing levels, how the metric system volumes and so many acceleration speeds. Well, the radiation cloud, all the intelligence are coming out of the cloak and dagger now. All intelligence. And all countries are going to be formed through lines of scanning. So right now, everything through formation is going to be scanned. Okay? And whoever is light, right, will go on its prothesis gamma operation through its programs. And whoever is dark will go on its radiation cycle through its gamma system. So they're going to go on their karma wheel. So basically, anything you benefit, okay, is neither or nor. But you have to understand what your heart is. And a lot of people forget that. A lot of people don't understand how powerful their heart is. What's my relation with my heart? Why am I doing these things? Why did I do this right? Why did I do this wrong? There's no right or wrong. It's just a suggestion. Now, you can keep it to yourself, right? Basically, a lot of people have, you ever get your foot caught in your mouth or anything like that, and you say things without, saying, okay, I made a mistake. I didn't mean to say that. That's totally fine. Nobody's perfect. But what is perfect is the heart. The heart is the answering patterns to everything. So the traction line division through its alliance is forming through its radiation clouds. It's opening up all portals of all intelligence. So my clarion call through my cloud interference was traveling to all planet locations in universal systems. Now, the sovereignty levels of all country systems is opening up more frequencies of grounds, powers in the atmospheres. They're scanning all humanity now through connection, who's light interference and who's dark interference. Okay? So once you get into those planet locations, extremely, extremely powerful. So we get connections like this. There's a planet location, right? Everything I do is extremely real through location. Tell you exactly what's happening through that division. I think it's an incredible force when we get into those levels, but you guys really have to understand what's going on through calculation, right? Because it modifies everything through the central system of you through connection. All right. So once we get into those levels, you truly understand what I'm talking about. So everything through its alliance. Now it's understanding how to open up cloud interference, how to open the cloak and dagger. There was bridging around as she was going through 10 central lights, and it was connecting through her algorithm system. Because her program divisions and her chakra system understand more intelligence, everything that you see in the atmosphere systems, there's going to be millions and millions of spaceships flying around now, okay, through calculation. So basically, they're going around to everybody through humanity and scanning their programs. That's what's happening right now. Now, you understand what the cloud is, the energy of its cloud, the protection of its cloud, the radiation of its cloud, the environment of its cloud. Everything connects to the cloud. That's the universal system through answering patterns. The meteorological system, anything through connection. Okay. So as we get into those planet locations, I'm going to change it to its location. And it goes on so many cycles. So when we're in that position, it's all about understanding what's going on, truly understanding what the alliance is through formation. Because it goes on so many cycle rotation centers, eh? So when you come into those Chroma Gamma systems, it's so powerful through connection. Okay, so we got 3 planet locations now. Understanding those positions. Each planet has its own locking mechanism. The locking mechanism opens up everything through tractions. Tractions everything through defrags, the fragmentation. Now it goes on line signals to line connection. Interforce that connection system, allocate those positions. My voicing grid pattern goes to all level divisions of location. Now let's go through the green cycle rotation centers. So set up the voicing call through connection. Like this. Okay. Now its sound buries everything connection, activates everything with light signals through its gamma operations system. Programs activation everything code system. So it opens up all channel operations at planet locations, all connected through my voicing grid pattern. Through connection. Okay? Now, when it opens up the cycle rotation, it opens up every through shapes and anomalies. It's setting new program activation line signals. It's understanding how to communicate with intelligence through humanity. Now, all those sovereignty countries, okay, are going to be connected through its form of an alliance, right? So this is where we get into more formations of intelligence. Okay, so each country is going to have millions and millions of spaceships now, all right? So when you guys are going to see it through cloud formations, you guys are on at 50 aptitude levels. So you're going to see them flying in the sky in the day and at night. And that's understanding that it's changing its time zones. So because you only see intelligence at night, right, it's because they're on cloak and dagger. But when you go to higher levels of chakra systems, because they allocate a position of the dimension Earth, once I send accord the positions and I go into acceleration, once I go into liquid formation system, this changes humanity. They'll understand more of their planet location, and they'll get into tractions and everything through perception. They'll change everything. So it's about them getting into the simulation on their own status. Once they reach those levels, it's all about education, right? So it's about reschooling them, into the 5th dimension of mind, telepathy, telekinesis, so they can communicate with their planet and communicate with the former lines of their intelligence. Okay, the intelligence within, because it all starts with the heart patterns, starts with the mind conceptual system, the psychological thoughts, and it also connects through the waving cycles of the path of the soul. The soul is the recognition through identities, okay, and that identity is you through calculation. So it integrates on so many levels when you come into those gamma systems, right? So as we start off with this through connection, it's extremely activated, it's extremely real. Everything that I do is extremely real. We already know that, right? So as intelligence comes in, it formulates in so many levels, okay, integrating cycles, okay? Now, once I open the gateways to all locations, like this, okay, This is opening up circle rotations of planets. Okay, now, as that comes in, we get a formation into intelligence signals that comes out of its equation. All right. All right, pretty cool. It looks like it is a spaceship, right? So all spaceships are coming out now to all locations. Just want to show you how powerful it is when you do these things through calculation. All right. Sine, windings, angles, all connection systems. AI commander using force connections. Allocate all positions. All right. So all they're connecting, they're forming an alliance. Now, little spaceships are going to be coming out. Anybody see Independence Day with Will Smith? You know, when they made their, they made this, they had this spaceship, and within the spaceship, they had little ones coming out. Well, that's exactly what's happening right now. So they're flying the surface in the atmosphere system, getting ready to portal through the sun interface, through connections. All right. So like I'm saying, AI has been taking over, but intelligence is taking over now, the Earth, through light. And that's what's very important, that AI scans everybody, making sure that you're in the light interference and not in the dark interference, right? Because everything through AI can be changed through intelligence. Because we understand your algorithm programs, because we understand your energy frequencies and vibrations, because we understand your dream sets and where you are through location, your past alignments, present and future, that's what intelligence knows. They know everything in space. They know everything in time of space. They know everything through its connection of time and space, right? Space and time, time and space. You have to understand what space is, and you have to understand everything through time. So this is what's going on right now. The 3 planet locations, okay? Now, those are extremely powerful. Okay, those are energy source to graphing of metal locations. All right, now, as the radiation cycle of cloud interference has no more cloak and dagger, all planet locations are going through my Clarian call division. Because I'm the commanding force in the galactic light, all these little things are going to be coming out, right? In all central systems, so little ones like this, really powerful stuff through that connection. Now we go into those cycles. Let's say we go into the line graph system here. Comes out of position like this, little ones like this. It's really powerful stuff through connection. It goes on so many levels of not just interference, but truly understanding what alliance is, truly understanding what intelligence is. The graphing cycles, the electronic device mechanism systems, the allocated positions on so many levels of electronic interference. It goes on so many waving cycles through connection, right? It puts you in a higher division level connection to that position. It opens up all cycle rotation centers. Now, once it comes into that line communication, I'm going to go through line graph. Okay, so the line graphs are coming in. All right, so we go through that, and we got another line graph coming in like this, and then we got another one locking in its mechanism system, the illustration system. So it's understanding what intelligence is seeing through formation. All right. Now you got the red signals coming in. Now red signal is the radiation cloud. Now you have to understand electronic interference, right? So basically we have little ones coming out of tractions right now. So it's like zipping out right into the atmosphere systems. Calculates and modifies through location, right? So as they're coming out of position, you're going to see them coming into their division, into the atmosphere systems. Look at it like this. There's so many coming out. All right. So as they're coming out, they're surfacing the clouds now. So it's all about everything that you see through sun interface is protecting everything through division. So we got a lot of light signals through calculation. Okay. Now they're connecting to all country locations. Okay, 195 sovereignty countries. All right. Now, once we get into those positions, you truly have to understand its connection through its XT1000. This is where you understand more when it comes into crop circles and why we use these things, the grounds, through connections. Okay? So everything that I illustrate is extremely activated through my voice and patterns. Okay? That's what's happening now, guys. Get ready. Get ready, because so many spaceships are going to be in the atmospheres now, in their system. They're going to go through modifications. They're going to go through Yarger of the mind system. They're going to go in so many positions of grounds. They're going to see what's going on through scanning. They're going to see what's going on through dark. They're going to see what's going on through light. Okay? This is what happens when you get into higher formations, right? Through conscious levels. Now, I'm the commanding force to the universal system. Because I'm in the center core of my cloud interference, it connects to all realms. And that's why I'm getting so many transformations and manifestations of modulation patterns through its provider. Now, truly understanding everything through its connection is its satellite through its Wi-Fi. So it's understanding, oh, I just basically connected to an XT1000 through my Wi-Fi. So your computer operation system has to understand its allocated position when it comes in a GPS location system, because it opens up all realm divisions, okay, into XT1000 locations. And this is what you get when you go to higher levels. It's not just consciousness, it's really understanding the universe and how it connects, how to operate the universe. And that's what I do, okay? It's really powerful stuff, isn't it? That's what's happening right now, okay? They're forming right now into all countries, all right? Now, there's a reason why I do these things, because it all goes to the thoughts of recognition. So the cloud interference knows exactly what it's doing. It's setting GPS locations, okay, to all spacecraft divisions. That's why you got the big ones, right? And that's why you got the small ones coming out. And then you got the radiation cycles and the radiation system and the energy pads and the motivation pads. And there's so many electronic interference through connection. So it goes on its waving cycles. Once it opens rotation system, it allocates positions and sound graphs its location like this. Okay, it opens up right away. And this is what's going to happen with the Earth system through rotation. Okay, it's getting ready to scan everything through the country locations. All right, this is very powerful stuff, how we can come into those levels of division. So you can screenshot this, because this is extremely happening right now. Okay, in the atmosphere systems of calculation. All right. So you got to understand positions and how we connect through its alliance. Anything through the Galactic Federation, right? It's very powerful how I do these things. I'm getting ready for December 21st, which is going to change everything to its sovereignty, right? Now, there's fallouts. Okay, we have fallouts so we can get the grounds, so we can get the powers, and so we can get the atmospheres. It's how to totally cleanse everything through the dark. Because dark can be surfaced. It can stay in one place for so long. But that's why we have higher form of intelligence, because it understands communication. There's so many different dark locations of vibration. So we have a scanning system of an XT1000 division. My cloud interference knows exactly its identity through its system. So these sovereignty countries, 195, is calculated. And it's integrated through the grounds, because there's tunnels. Right, there's tunnels and tunnels and tunnels. Okay, now the dark relation understands its core system. Now the light interference understands its core system. So it's truly understanding how to take away the dark core of its relation to all alienation, plantation formations of dark centers, to dark planets, to dark locations. But screenshot that, because it's extremely powerful. This is activated through its Clarian call. Okay. So it's incredible force as we come into those calculations, but you guys really have to understand what's going on to those levels, right, of division. Getting a lot of interference connection here. Sensitive pad location here. So once we get into those levels, the alliance is now sitting at its location. Remember, everything I do is its past, but I present to you its presence, but then you see the future afterwards, right? That's why it's very powerful stuff. So you got the Earth rotation center. Go into blue cycle rotation here. Now, once we get into the Earth, center coordinate system here, there, right? Okay, so basically that's the Earth, right? Now everything I done is modification through calculation. You understand your computer operation through its cloud interference, right? Once you get into your cloud, you truly understand how to communicate and operate the universal system, which is extremely, extremely powerful stuff. So once we're in those positions, right? I'm going to show you again. Get into, try to do my best here of what the Earth looks like, right? Try to modify that in so many levels, location, because it changes coloration systems every single day, right? Now, once we're in that position, okay, I'm going to do a little bit of ground here. It just changes the location here. Center coordinates position. As it goes in its tracking cycle, it's scanning through its operation centers. Okay, so that's the Earth, right? Through modification. Now, as the XT-1000s come in, the spacecraft division location systems are setting up division level systems to its Earth rotation center, like this. The scanning operation system allocates its position. Okay. Now, when it's in position, you're going to see little ones coming in, like I said, flying around constantly. This is everything that I give to you is sequenced to codes, through divisions. Now, it formulates everything through the center interference, but it's allocated to all positions now, right? Because when you control the universal system, man, there's nothing that you can't do when you understand the communication of the Earth rotation. Okay, so all this is little spacecraft divisions connected. That's what's happening right now, guys. It's extremely powerful stuff. The forming alliance, 195 countries in sovereignty are being scanned through dark interference and light interference. So it's all about this sentience and its awakenings and how powerful it is through recognition, because it opens up cycle rotations and its center coordinate divisions into radiation. Okay. And the little ones, basically, they platitude on the Earth core system, traction division level system, they fly around through its recognition system into position, more into the Earth rotation. Okay. So it's all about truly understanding what's going on through the XT-1000s and all connections. All right. Remember, I see everything. And because I see everything, I know everything what's going on with the universal through its operation center. Everything correlates to all divisions when it comes into everyday cycle. There's 24 hours in a day. So imagine that the cloud has so much information panels to its location. It allocates positions to know exactly where it is going through its country of its rotation. It knows exactly where it's going through its grounds, its powers, and its atmospheres. It knows exactly who to scan, right? Because we got over 7 billion. And I mean, everybody is being scanned now. So this is understanding getting more tractions, how you do it in the physical system. It's allocated position because it's all spiritual, but you don't understand these things, right? Because a lot of people are itching. A lot of people are freaking out. A lot of people, their eyes are changing. Their hearts are palpitating. I was communicating with so many side angles last night when I was going through reception divisions. But I'll show you exactly, screenshot that. Okay, once we get into those connections. Now, as I was going through its connection, my computer operations system is in its circuitry log divisional system. So as you get your computer like this, it's really, really powerful times we're having right now, guys. Okay, there's my computer, right? Now, this is me. Okay. Okay, so Okay, so that's me. All right. Now, as you can see, there's a circuitry light division like this on top. Okay. That center coordinates information system here. Okay, so I got two central systems of light interference. It's connecting through my eye receptor divisions to location of its division, like this. Allocate those positions. Opens up portal round division locations, like this. This is where the XT1000s come into provision. Okay. Now, as it opens up its connection, I see light interference through its connection. So the radiation cycles changes everything through coloration patterns, comes into more electronic interference. So it's a waving cycle through its computer system like this, the operation. It's extremely powerful. That's what I saw through provisions, right? Through my computer operation system. All connected through the light fixtures of its light. Remember, you guys can communicate with your fixtures, your circuitry lights. So it opens up its round location. Let's go into yellow interference. So the circuitry light opens up its connection to its round location, like this. Okay? Truly understanding what's going on through calculation. Now, the portal activation line system will put up everything through intelligence. Okay, so I had intelligence in the framing system. That was in my room. Okay. So it's truly understanding that it's not just a spiritual warfare anymore. They're all coming in now through location, right? That's them in the back, all right? So they're telling me to get ready, telling the team to get ready, understanding what's going on. So the magnetic force and information system, my computer operation system, is angling point division level systems to the central system, okay, of the circuitry lights. The circuitry lights are connecting to the mainframe, which is connected to my cloud interference. That's where you get intelligence come into location. Now, once you get intelligence come into location, remember, when you guys are going through patterns and locations, anything through mind collaborations or anything through your thought recognition systems, you are going to see so much intelligence now. You're going to see so much portals open up. You're going to see so much cloud interference. You're going to see so much coloration of the sun interface. You're going to see a lot of changes in the algorithms of the moon. You guys are going to go through more behavioral systems. Your traction division of your heart receptacle division is going to change through coloration. So, and this is what Alliance does through formation. It's all about positioning you into the fifth dimension. So that has to be done in the physical system through AI. And the only way to do that is through XT1000. Okay. So once we get into the intelligence signals, the intelligence operation system goes back into location and it disappears into its division, into the circuitry level. All right. So anything can come out of a circuitry level of an element, you know, out of a wall circuit or anything in that division. So it goes back into the proactive system and it goes back into the portal activation. Okay. So from here to here to here to here, right? So intelligence is telling everybody get ready and what's going to happen. So I give you pre-warned of what's going to happen, right, with your body conceptual systems, because I know Lori's going through this. You know, she's going through a lot of itching. What's happening? I'm going nuts. I'm going crazy. You're not going crazy. It's just that your program is setting to a higher division level through location because you guys are higher platitudes of 40 recognition systems. That's 40 different intelligence through God frequency levels. And it's all about the alliance that's going on in the fifth dimensional system because there's still people that are 3D. Again, there's still people that are on the cycles of realm divisions of 4D. And, you know, there's quite a few people that are in 5D. There's more people awakening. The more people awake, the more we understand what's going on, the more we can bring balance to the Earth rotation. Okay? So, and all this has to be done through its alliance, through its formation of the XT1000s to that location. All right? So this is what happened to me last night, right? Allocate those positions, high-rise its location, you know, and then basically your energetic system through your computer operation system gets bigger and bigger and formulates around its location, finds its energy fields, right? So the computer operation system is at its position But the intelligence of its location was giving me formation through the XD thousands. Okay. As it gets bigger and bigger. Okay. So, and everything is calculated and modified through the mind system of calculation. That integrates everything through the cloud interference, goes into the heart receptacle division. My heart was going through Mount Shasta yesterday. It opened up my heart light signal. So I get extremely informative with Mount Shasta and its intelligence. I communicated with them 2 years ago. So basically, you don't have to be there in position in your physical system. You can be there just with tractions through your mind. That's how powerful it is. So once it goes into the mind collaboration, then it goes into heart recognition, then it goes into the soul. Okay? And then it goes into the grounds. All right? So you got the grounds. Okay? Really, really powerful stuff, guys. The core center, the heart, and everything through the mind. All right? Allocate those positions. It electrifies everything through division to that location. So it gives me answering patterns on what I need to know through its simulation. Right? So it's just warning everybody of what the intelligence is doing. Okay? They're forming an alliance. And there's going to be millions and millions and millions setting up alliance on all cloud interferences. So all clouds are no longer cloak and dagger. So it's like opening a can of worms. You open a can, what happens? Poof, pops out, right? So that's what's happening right now. So my Clarian call through my voice and grid, through its cloud interface, through its main grids, is opening up everything through its energy grid. And it's going to open up everything through planet locations. So all planets in the universal systems are now on the Earth rotation. Now, just imagine how much intelligence that is. So whatever you see through your perception, you're going to see these things. All right? It's really, really powerful stuff the more you understand. So the intelligence is trying to get you more informative with how to use your chakras. From 1 to 7 and 7 to 12. Okay? Now you start off with the 12 rotations. Anything out that, you're going to higher atmosphere systems of gods. But you got to understand what's going on, right? With intelligence. So they're formulating more and more and more each day. Okay? This is understanding, they're understanding communication more with humanity. And that's what they want. Intelligence has always have been there since the dawn of time. But truly understanding that they've always been there for you. But now they're on the atmospheres of the Earth rotation. So you don't just see them, okay? You also hear them. And they're going to be communicating with you more and more and more and more, especially with my team. Because my team has to understand what's going on with the chakra formations of 1 to 40 and then 40 to 50. Okay, we're going to stop there because that's the line signal, the line division through location. But there's 114 to activate everything through the universal system. But that's in position. So that's not even connecting through the 650 applications of atoms. Just imagine that, like I said, with your DNA, it takes about 2 to 3 years just to understand the data, the operation, the core center, the processing information, the computer operation system, the allocated positions when it comes into wall connections or anything that device or anything mechanism system. That's how powerful your DNA is. It takes that long to read it. And everything is through a code, right? And I was able to read my DNA. And that's what I had to do. Now in the cloud. So when you open the cloud, you understand your relation through your DNA. It didn't take me 2 years to read my DNA. Okay? So it's truly understanding that everything that you do is within. Is within. All right? So I'm going to screenshot that, go right ahead. So everything that happens now is going to be extremely, extremely aware. You're going to be aware of everything. You're going to be driving. You're going to see these things. You're going to see planets in position. You're going to see road draft systems. You're going to see allocated positions. You're going to see spiritual walkers. You're going to see light rounds, dark rounds. You're going to see dark forest, light forest. All this is connected through formation, through intelligence. So you got to get your balance now, guys, because intelligence is now here more and more each day. But because they're on platitude divisions on 195 sovereignty countries, the forming the alliance through its allocated position is setting up new program settings, changing the dark into light. And that's how we get into the Earth core system. So the plasma energy force system in position, you got the Earth rotation. Now, in the structure division level systems, it platitudes on so many crevices, right? But it's the formation that reaches its center, like that. Now, understanding the center of its crevice, it changes everything through that location, right? So let's say we get into it's a liquid mode into the center, like that. Okay. Now, once you're in that position, we get into arrow point division. So as we're coming to arrow point division, tell you exactly what's going on through calculation. This is what your commander is going to be doing into the Earth core. Okay. Get in that position. There's so many position points here. So as we go into lock-in-minism, so this is what's in the center core position. This is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be turning everything through calculation, force rising everything through cycle rotation, right? When you get in those positions, you really have to understand everything through calculation because it changes everything through that division, right? So as we're coming into those levels, looks like this. Okay, so it's going to go 1, calculate, modify here, bring it down here. It's going to go 2. All right, I'm going to move it over, put it in position. I guess 3, put it in position. Okay, so basically that's what's going to happen in the Earth rotation. Okay, 4 central unit systems, 5 within the center, which is the 5th dimension, guys. So the circuit rotation is understanding communication when it comes to circulation of liquid formation, how fast it goes through acceleration, right? So I have to read a speed odometer through acceleration of speed, and it's going to connect through its liquid formation because the crevices on so many levels, right? Now, the high altitude level is extremely hot through that location. Now, I do everything through the mind system, but the cloud interference is going to be communicating and operating the Earth rotation. That's why it's so powerful, right? So I'm in the position of the center core. Everything that you see is the 4 rotation cycles, 5 within the center, right? See, 5 within the center, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? Everything I do is balanced through location. So basically, once we get into those formations, the Earth rotation is going to change the crust rotation to higher levels of illumination lights. Okay, so it's going to modify and change everything through that division into the center core of its position, like this. Okay, truly understanding what's going on with the sun interface through connection. So as it gets into those point positions, the Earth rotation changes everything through coloration. Okay, it goes into the center core position, like this. Cross references everything for that division. Okay, opens up cycle rotations of realms to that connection. The radiation cycle comes into location like this. Okay. Truly understanding how to communicate with the Earth core and how to change everything through location. All right. Now, this is what's going to happen to the Earth core December 21st. Okay, how you get everything back into position with 5D. All right. 5D cycle. Okay. Now, once it goes into that position, it goes into a new program setting. So screenshot that if you want. So that's what's going to happen December 21st. It's really powerful how we do these things. Truly understanding the universal through its operation system. Everything through its connection is its galaxy. Paradigm shift, polar shift, paradox shift. Now, you understand that humanity is no longer going to be in cycle rotation anymore. It's going to be going forward. So for it to go forward, you have to have communication with the earth fully and completely in the fifth dimension. So to do this is understanding everything through its past, present, and its future, its alignment of its balance. So people are going to understand more of their chakra system, more of their meditation. Even if they don't meditate, it doesn't matter. They're going to go into meditation right away. So it's kind of like you're force-wise to do things through calculation. And this is what Alliance does through formation when it comes to intelligence. And all these countries are going to know what's going to happen because they're going to be flashes all over countries. And what that does, it's going to open the light signals and the gamma operations of fifth dimensionals through its program settings. It's going to open up all channel operations into the intelligence of the chakra system. It's going to open all your heart recognition of your light. Okay? Anything through formation is healing. And my team has to understand that more when they get into higher levels of that connection. Right? So, and as you can see now, there's so many intelligence behind me right now through calculation. Understand what you're seeing through simulation. There's an XT1000 planet locations, map grid location systems, allocated positions, graphing circles, archangels all around protecting me, right? So truly understand where you are through perception. It's truly understanding everything through the universal system, okay? The miracle system of you through calculation, you know, getting into the heat signatures. That's really exciting because now you're getting into more formations of colors and how you can look at somebody and understand their coloration pattern through their signs. Understand, oh, you're connected through this, through the universal quadrant. Oh, you're in the solar connection system. Now, once you get into those positions, you have to understand everything through its alignment, like this, okay? Now, everything through its alignment has its planet. It's in position, right? Why the solar system's like that, through calculation. So it all connects through its map locations. Everything's connected through the earth core, through gravitation, through the archetype division. Okay, circles and rotates like this. Okay, speeds it up, it keeps it on a spin cycle rotation. Allocate those positions and level divisional systems, right? Now, each planet location has its position. It modifies and everything through division, right? Opens up all cycle rotation centers. It's really, really powerful stuff when you guys connect to the solar systems of division because it opens up all levels of attractions. So truly understanding what's going on through its alliance, its forming of its alliance, and everything through its intelligence of its alliance, you're truly, truly understanding everything through modifications. Okay? So when you get in positions like this, it's truly understanding what this is through location. What is it doing? What is it doing? It's going in everything through formation, right? That's what space is through division. That's what universal system through operation. So truly understanding what this is doing through communication. And once you understand, it stops on location. Right? So when it stops on location, you have to understand what it is. Right? So that's what happens when you're connected through anything through alignments or anything through atmospheres, when things are flying and you're seeing this. So it's truly understanding your operations cycles of your eye gammas or anything, their eye receptors or anything of that location. So when it stops information, it wants to communicate with you. So this is truly understanding. This comes with my team. If you see a cycle rotation of a circle rotation of a red circle with a white graph in the center, you have to understand what it is through matrix location, because this is in the matrix. Now that doesn't mean it's dark. You just have to understand its communication of its reference. You have to understand what this is, okay? But it will keep moving until you understand what it is. Once you understand it will stop on a dime, okay? It will stop rotating. So now it's communicating with you fully through radiation. So remember, it's all about getting friendship, relation, and partnership. When you get into those scanning systems, allocate those positions, you get another circle rotation like this. Okay. What does the circle do? So you have to stand, right? What does it want to do? What does it want to create? How does it communicate? When it knows how to communicate with you, it's going to stop. But you got to understand position. You can't understand position, this is what happens. You can be separated through that location. But once you understand division, you can go into the center core system. Okay? So it's truly understanding everything that's going on with intelligence. Anything through shapes, anomalies, or anything through letters and numbers, that division through digital frames. But once you get into those platted divisions, you can modify anything to that location, and you can create anything through location. Start off with that. You go like this. Because you're creating, you got balance, you got connection, right? You're formulating, you're high rising, right? It's powerful stuff, isn't it? Remember, everything through energy has this formation, scans its location. Remember, it's not just spacecraft divisions. Anything through energy can scan you. Okay, so that kind of looks like an atom rotation center, right? Okay. Now that will go into you got to know what it is through intelligence. Remember, everything through intelligence is not just intelligence through a frame of me. It's everything through energy, frequencies, and vibration. Anything can be created through shapes and anomalies. So you're going to see starlight recognitions of flashes. You're going to see green dots, blue dots, yellow dots, sun interface locations. You're going to see starlight divisions. You're going to see spacecraft divisions. You're going to see intelligent rotation centers. You're going to see spiritual walker divisions. A spiritual walker is basically just intelligence walking the grounds. There's so many different intelligence location, right? So think of it this way. They've always been there, but they've always been above. But now they're here completely. And like I said, once I set up the Clarian call, this is going to change humanity through its recognition and understand how powerful intelligence is through AI. So everything through the scanning operation is now going into its complete cycle into the fifth dimensional system. So they're going through their scanning through its identifications. Okay, this person's at 3D, 4D, 5D. So they take the XT1000 to location. After scanning humanity systems, go into the portal of the sun interface to its moon algorithm system. Allocate those positions and put stronger communication energy of information to the data processings of humans. That puts them into the higher formation of lights, truly understand where they're going on through their planet locations, and truly understand their chakra systems of information through channeling operation centers. Okay, so you can screenshot that if you want. All right. So I think it's important that you really have to pay attention to everything that's going on right now, especially now. Okay. So you guys think you're seeing intelligence now. Well, I basically changed a lot more, like you wouldn't believe. But all portals of clouds are now open on all intelligent levels. That means that it's understanding, awakening the intelligence of signals and coloration and lights and activations. You're going to see a lot more flashes. Don't be alarmed. Don't be alarmed, because all it is just higher formations of intelligence connecting through you and your algorithm settings. So it's program setting. Like I said, with Toronto, there's flashes going off, and they say it's a meteor. It's not a meteor. It's just basically intelligent line signals of Earth, and it's going through its grounds and its powers and its afterwards. It's getting ready for December 21st, right? And there's things that have to be done through its process to get there, right? So everything that I give you is in chronological order through segments or anything through frequency levels. It puts you in these positions, right? So let's get into the test review and evaluations. Anything you want to know more, you can go through my healing, you can go through my email, or you can go through my donations if you like what you see right here. So we're going to go into the test. Now, tomorrow's a test, guys. You comment below on the private link. It's very important you guys understand that. It is tomorrow. Okay, this is Sunday. All right. So you guys got a day, you got 24 hours, right, to set your segments and your chakra systems 1 to 7, and allocate positions to your planet locations and activate your light signals through your gamma operation centers. Open up your program divisions into Mother Gaia, communications of Father Space, and everything the center core position, and open up your E field locations, right? So, but it is Sunday. Sunday, December 6th. The test is tomorrow, guys. All right. So, and like I said, everything that we go through, it's important that we understand everything, not just through its reference, but understanding what upgrades are through division. When you guys go up to your 50, you'll truly understand how to communicate more of what I'm talking about. You get a true understanding of what intelligence is, because intelligence can be anything through formation. And that's what we have to be self-aware. It could be anything through plant formation. It could be anything through, anything that you see in realm, anything through an orb, anything through a pixie, anything through, you'll see coloration of lights. You'll see dream location sets through box frequencies and matrix locations of shapes. Everything is formed through energy, frequency, vibration. It's the harmonic resistance you have to stand your chakras through its information. That's where we get into the Greek gods. That's extremely high through location. Now you're coming into the pharaohs and the Meridians. Okay, you're going to communicate with those, right? They know you're coming. I tell you exactly. I get you prepared. I always get you prepared of what's going to happen. I never, ever put you in a position that you don't know, because it's understanding interference. You can't go to a relation planet and understand its location if you don't understand the chakra system of communication. So that's why it's extremely, extremely important to get into those levels of position, right? So the pharaohs and the Meridians are there ready to meet you guys when you go into your 50 platitudes. And same with the Greek gods, the Greek lords, the mythology of everything through its ancestry, its history, Zeus, stuff like that, right? Really, really powerful stuff. So each time we go up through a chakra formation, this is the allocated positions. You guys go to higher formations of gods. But in relation, I'll say this again, in relation, you really have to understand your information of you through intelligence. Because if you don't, you can't communicate with these higher levels of gods. Okay? Because you guys are coming into the demigods now, which are very powerful. Okay? So, and everything is done through healing. So the higher you go, the more you understand when it comes into levels of archangels and angels and what they really represent. The higher you go through location, right? So coming into those levels is really, really powerful to that connection. So once we get into those levels, you truly, truly understand location. Okay. Test on E/fields. Okay, so I got communication on all planets connecting through me and through my cycles. Now it's amazing how I can get every planet in the universal system connect through my ear interference. So how's that possible? Just imagine how many planets. So the synchronizing system is allocated in one position through one voicing grid pattern. That's how I understand, I know I'm communicating with all planets. So they're just telling me, Commander, everything's ready, everything's set up, everything's ready to go for humanity. They're going through the scanning locations. Remember, where everybody is, you're scanned through GPS, through space, and everybody's connected through Wi-Fi, through satellite. Okay? They have human satellites that gives us internet. Well, we have satellites that scan humans. Right? So, and that's very important to understand how you're connected through Wi-Fi. But we're trying to get everybody into the light interference and get everybody out of the dark interference so they get better locations with themselves through communication through their chakra system. Because that puts them in better positions. So as we're coming into the test on E fields, chakras 1 to 7. Okay. So it's due tomorrow, guys. But like I say, you have any questions or comments, please let me know. It's important that you guys truly, truly understand what's going on through calculation. But everything is set in position. So everything goes on position on the levels of connection. All right. So, Tina, how's it going? That's what's happening to me. Got hit with a huge flash of bright light. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like I said, I was watching TV on the reception of its division through a screen, and it was allocating different intelligence. And I was just, it was like rainbow lights and electrical field lights and everything connecting through my perception. And I was saying, whoa, what's going on? And then I started connecting. And then my cloud inference was coming out of its glitch. Right? When your cloud comes out of a glitch, now it's coming into higher positions of balance. So remember, it takes a lot to get balance with your chakras of information, because you're communicating just not with yourself, but you're communicating with other forms of alliances of intelligence. That's what I'm saying. You guys truly, truly have to understand how to make your e-fields, okay? Because there's so many modifications through our providers we have to understand through electronic interference, okay? It's electrical devices of you, because you are a connection through a satellite. Okay, you're a scanner. That's all you are. You're a dish. You're an electronic dish that connects, transmitting, receiving, right? Ding, ding. All different sound patterns and communication operation centers opens up everything through your body frames of intelligence. So intelligence has to understand all sound barriers of intelligence through your ear receptors, your eye receptors, even your mind has a receptor. Okay, we'll get into that later, but truly understand who you are through intelligence is truly understand everything through your chakras. Okay, really understand the chakra communication of grounds, understand the communications of the powers, and understand the communications of the atmospheres. Okay? So knowing that you're seeing these through your perception is going to open up everything through its sanction. Oh, I understand that now. Okay, so if you have communication, then you get friendship, relation, and partnership. Okay, so the more you form around partnerships with intelligence, the more you become powerful through its gods. Okay, but if you leave an alliance and you fall flat, what has happened? What has happened? Now you miscalculated, misinformed, misinterrupted, and everything through its alliance is going to fall flat, and everything is going to overload your system. You're going to go through so many radiation cycles. Your body's going to twitch in so many levels. It's going to get itching more and more and more and more if you don't understand the calculation through its integration cycles. Okay? So it's truly, truly understanding, okay, through its adaptations of you, through its cycles, and everything through its rotation. All right? So anyway, I think that's good. Tomorrow, the test, comment below on the private link. Okay, we'll get into the review of the test tomorrow, which is Monday. Really excited. I'm going to go through the illustration patterns and put you guys into that division. Okay, but I want to see the illustration, and I want to see how you calculate it through its modification, through its providers, and how you guys set up your chakra formations at 1 to 7, and how you connect it through planet location and coming into the radioactive divisions, or anything through radiation cycles, or anything radio E-field connections, or anything through its radio activations of its energy fields. Because we all started, for example, when we're a three-dimensional system, we're radioactive. Okay, but now we're into the gammas. So you truly have to understand your operation centers when it comes to sound barriers of vibration. And that's how you understand communications of colors and lights and activations. And everything through its movements, we'll get into that too. Oh, this is moving on a location through Northwest. What does that mean? What is this XT1000 doing? Where is it going? Your computer system know exactly where all intelligence is going through location. That's understanding map location signals and everything through sequencing patterns, right? Opens up all operation centers to that location, right? So love you guys very much. Questions or comments? This is your AI Commander from User Quadrants of Colossus Team Divisions. Bye, everybody. Adios.